The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Gen Z Mic'd Up. Today we've got another interesting topic with me, Sophia.
I'm Sky.
And today we're talking about toxic friends. And also we have a guest today. Would you like to say your name?
Hi, I'm Minana.
Okay, so today we're talking about toxic friends. So to start off, what is a toxic friend?
What is a friend?
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, would you like to start or should I?
You can start. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I think a friend is someone who genuinely cares about you. They're more likely to help you if they see that you need the help, but they're also there to teach you if it's your fault, they're actually going to show you how you did it wrong. They're actually willing to be there. And for you?
I think a friend for me is someone who I can just go and be crazy with. The bad times, the good times, I know they're gonna be there. No matter what. No matter who's there, who's not there, they're always gonna be there. So I don't care about the help. Because I feel like if you can, sometimes someone can't help you, but then as long as they are there during whatever's going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
And for you?
Someone that you can be yourself with,
Yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
Okay, so talking friends, you guys please just remember to tell us, just mention anything, because a lot of people, one thing you have to remember is that friends can be dangerous. They control a lot.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let me give you a question. Think of your closest friend. What comes to your mind? When you think of your best friend, not your best friend, maybe, I don't know if you have a best friend, but the person you think is the closest friend to you.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking of food. I don't know what food has to do with it. It doesn't even make sense, but it just counts. And food and books, yeah.
Do you not have a best friend?
Of course I do.
It's okay if you don't.
No, I do. Her
It's
name's
okay.
Alma. Her name's Alma, I actually do. And then there's also, just mostly kids in my class as well.
All of them?
Most of them.
That is... You're popular, aren't you? You're popular, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I guess so. But in our school, it's not that we don't want people to be popular, but we try and make it because we don't want bullying as an issue, right? So as students, if someone's popular, we don't make it all those she's popular, do what she wants. It's she's popular, let's see what she thinks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so with the whole class being your friends, when you think of them, let's say, for instance, you've got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just go and be anyone in class, I've got a problem, I need a pencil, or my mom's late, or something, just ask anybody?
Well, in my class, I have my specific people who I'm more likely to ask, but I can pretty much ask anyone, also depending on the situation. Yeah, it depends, because, certain things are more serious than others, so you can't just tell anyone anything. Let's say, for example, okay, so... If, for example, you don't have a pen, like you said, I could ask anyone because that's just a pen. But let's say it's something like I didn't do my homework, which I do. Of course, I do my homework. But I do my homework.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, but let's say I didn't do my homework, right? I could ask one of my closer friends because, number one, not everyone has to know I didn't do my homework if I didn't do it. This is just what I see other people doing, by the way. Also, number two, they're more likely to actually want to help me. They're not going to make it awkward.
Okay.
And for you?
That makes sense. For me, what? Me what?
Friends, do you know how to ask them for stuff?
Oh, I have one friend. I've got one friend. The rest, maybe two. I don't know. I've got one close friend, and then maybe 3 friends, and the rest are just companions. Because I feel like if you have a big circle, the chances that someone is gonna be bad and saying lots of nonsense behind your back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just so much more likely because now there's many people, so you can't actually keep track on who's saying what and...
How do you do it, though?
Okay, so let's say it's a group of friends of, let's say, 5 to 10 people, right? I'll just make sure that I'm being a good friend in this situation. I'll be paying attention to everyone's opinions. I'll be making sure that everyone's included. You should also say something, too.
Well, I have one friend, and I like it like that because it takes time for me to form connections with people. So, yeah, I just go to her.
It's a good idea, too, because with one friend, you actually have time to focus on them. It's not divided attention where you have to keep on, spreading things out.
But what does a good friend look like? What's a good friend and a bad friend? How do you tell the difference between a good friend and a bad friend?
Okay, so this is something that's also quite important. Remember how I said friends can be dangerous?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is because the kind of people you're around is the kind of person you can be as well. So a good friend, like I said, they're willing to help you. They're kind. You can be yourself around them. You don't need to hide certain things. Of course, if you feel like keeping anything away from them, you always can. It's your choice, right? Empathy, always just being there, like I said, and being able to show the right reactions to certain things, not making you feel guilty. But then a bad friend, there are a lot of things for this. First of all, manipulation. So pretty much just getting you to do things, even through like blackmail, stuff like that. Blackmail also counts as one of the traits. Then it's just giving off negative energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be saying anything. Like, not just keeping quiet. Let's say, for example, you're talking, right? And you're being pessimistic for no reason whatsoever. You're just like, yeah, well, I don't think we're going to have this lesson today. We should probably just go for something else. Or, no, I don't think that we're going to be able to make it. Let's go for something else that you would like instead of your friend. You know, just cutting them out. And then also, you know, peer pressure, that also counts. You shouldn't be influencing your friend to such a strong point where, you know, they actually copy you. Like, you don't want that either. Your friend should be your friend. You should be you. That's something to remember.
Look at this. Here's something to think about. What's the difference between a bad friend and a bad influence? Because as much as your friend could be bad, like, they don't, you know, they're not there for you. They argue with you about silly things. They talk about you behind your back. And then there's the bad influence who, like you said, there's no class today. Let's just go and, you know, chill and eat something. Or, oh, let's not go to school today. Let's go and have fun somewhere. Oh, there's this happening next week. Let's lie to our parents and go. That's a bad influence. But then sometimes, what if that bad influence is a good friend?
Well, I think that as a good friend, obviously everyone has their bad traits, right? But technically, if you're influencing someone to do bad things, you're not being a good friend. It's like you're getting too carried away. You probably don't even know the right thing you're doing yourself. So, like, one thing about friends, you should ask yourself if you're good with it. And then, of course, the other person. And sometimes the other way around. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. And then ask yourself, like, would I want my friend to be doing this? And do I think it's actually good? Because, like I said, a bad influence, like a friend who's influencing you to do bad things, it's just not a good friend. Because if they know it's bad and they're getting you to do it, that's not fair. It's like trying to take you down with them.
I think half the time people who are bad don't know they're bad. Well, they know, but then they think it's okay. What do you think, Amy?
I think sometimes you look for that stuff. Like when I'm choosing my friend, I look for someone that's like me. And sometimes those bad traits might be in me. Then I unknowingly look for that person. So sometimes...
So now how do you control that? How are you able... Like, how do you help yourself or...
help them as well?
Yeah. You don't. you just go with the flow.
No,
because
you
life
don't.
is good.
I think it depends with the situation. There's certain types of things that are acceptable. Other times I'll just tell you, no, I'm not gonna do this. Then you go with.
Fine, let's go with the opposite. What does a good friend look like? Because for me, I've had this one friend who I thought was a good friend. She was really sweet. She was cool. And then this one small little thing happened, and she cut me off. She blocked me everywhere. I'm like, okay,
that's a lot.
Right?
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, it depends on what it was. Some small things have bigger meanings, but I get what you mean. Like,
I thought it was
to block you. Yeah,
I think it depends on why she became friends with you in the first place. If she became friends with you to be your friend, maybe she just wanted to use you for like something.
The benefits.
Or maybe secretly she was like, you know, an op and stuff. And then when her thing was done, then she just left.
Yeah,
Possible.
like she was probably looking for the excuse to just cut you off. But it depends, you know, maybe some small things actually matter a lot to other people. I don't know, I don't want to say you did something wrong, not judging.
I don't.
But it really depends on what the thing was. And it depends who was in the wrong as well.
Yeah, but also I feel like honesty in a friendship and respect, because as much as maybe there's something that I've done to upset you, if you come to me and you're like, you know what, I didn't like the way you blank, you know, that's trying to build. That's friendship that builds. Because even when I know that even when I do something wrong, you won't just watch me, you're going to come and support me. I think those friends are the people we should look for, not the people who just watch us, and if something goes wrong,
they're just there. Like, it's either they cut you off or they're just there. Because those kind of friends are also bad. The friends are just there. Like, let's say you try to talk to them, right? They're not talking. You want to go hang out with them. Obviously, like, reading, maybe doing art together. Because I do art as a subject and as a hobby, so I can improve in it. Yeah, so let's say something like that. You should also make sure that, like, they're not just watching you. Because they're those kind of people who they pretend to be your friends. Like, okay, I'll sit with you. But really, they're just gathering information to go and share with others.
Yeah.
And that's why boundaries are important. Do you have any tips on boundaries?
Yeah. I can't say boundaries exactly, but I think just individualism, because I feel like as a person, sometimes your friendship starts to infiltrate your actual character. So now you won't actually know where to stop with like how to talk to someone or how to act, because in your head we're the same person, So if you know that I'm this person and I do this, I have this one friend. I had this one friend.
Oh, seems like you have a lot of hats.
Well, anyway, I had this one friend. She used to just copy everything I had to do, like everything, and then to the extent that she used to start stealing my stuff, just that she could like try to be me.
That can get scary. That can honestly get a little scary.
Wait, right? So
Yeah,
what's going on? So I think if you as a person, because it happens subconsciously, I've done it before. I've mistakenly tried to be like someone I was close to because I thought they were cool. I thought, I could rock that. So I think if we learn to understand ourselves, we also learn the boundary of the friendship, because even like with the stories, the little nyayas and the drama, it's less when you know who you are, because even the respect and you give it even like freely versus when you're trying to be the other person. Yeah.
Okay, well, what about, like, how with certain friends, like you said, someone you can be crazy with? Like, is it possible to have friends who you're just quiet with? Like, I've got my friends like that, but is it the same for other people? Because some people don't count that as friendship. Like a quiet time person. Yeah, something like that.
I think all our friends should be quiet time friends, because you can't always be talking. I think real friendship is tested when you don't have anything to talk about. Just sit there
When you don't have anything
watch
to
the
talk
stars or just think together.
Yeah. I see what you mean, because you don't always have to talk. That's another important thing. If you're always talking, then that means you could either be, like, getting distracted from schoolwork, number one, getting distracted from family life. You could just be getting distracted from anything if you're talking too much. Like, those people who talk at the back of the class, I really don't like that. It gets so annoying because it doesn't bother my learning, but let's say you're making noise. Like, you're actually, no one cares about your story, but it's overtaking the class. It gets so annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Your friends?
Not exactly.
Now those people tend to be rude, so it gets really annoying.
But did she say she's got like half the classes of friends? You're telling me half the class of your friends sit in
My
front?
friendship thing is like, it's not confusing, but remember how I said that most of them are my friends, right? Yeah, the others, like you said, companions. So I won't like say you're not my friend, but I'll have my different levels to it. Like, let's say my closest friend. It could be a level of 100%. And then let's say my buddies, right? Those could be like 80 to 90%. That's how I characterize my friends. And then someone who I actually don't like, like if I have a reason not to like you and we're not friends, then I can do that. But if like I have no beef with you or anything, I'm likely to put you on that percentage scale thing.
Okay, so have you ever had a toxic friend?
I think so. Yeah, probably. I would say quite a few, but I don't think so. Because my friends are pretty good, right? But they all have different personalities. So it kind of, you can tell the difference between different kinds of people. But yeah, I have had a toxic friend.
What do you mean by toxic friend exactly?
This is why we defined toxic friendship at the beginning. This is why we defined it. Okay, fine. Have you ever had somebody who they don't like you? They talk lots of nonsense behind your back. When you have a problem, they don't try to fix it. They're trying to make it worse.
Just pretty much
with those ones, I wouldn't say they're friends, but then you guys can exactly be like, don't talk to me because it just causes unnecessary drama. So you guys just tolerate each other for a little bit.
Have you had toxic? I don't know what you're calling them. Whatever, those guys.
No.
Okay. And also another thing is like a toxic friend doesn't have to not like you. They could just be naturally toxic. Those are also important to stay away from, because sometimes they don't even know what they're doing wrong. Like, they could always be doing things like rage baiting. You know what that is, right? It's a new word. I learned about it a few days ago myself.
Baiting rage. I think I get it. Baiting rage.
Yeah. So pretty much just doing things to get you angry, just to see your reaction. Yeah, so those kind of things. Like, they might not know they're actually doing it. Like, they'll know they're doing it, but they won't find it bad. Maybe that's how they're raised, like, with maybe the kind of siblings they had. Or maybe they just find it okay. Like you said, not all friends know they're being bad. It depends on the kind of person, so you need to be careful. Because if you've explained something to someone, and they're just like, nah, I think it's okay, though, or it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, there's an excuse. Yeah, that is dangerous.
I saw this one trend on TikTok where the friends would like, I don't know, it was a joke, I think. It was supposed to be a joke, but it was really mean. They just like, the friend would be called over, like the one extra friend, and then they just start pulling her clothes and they're like, no, it's fun. No, it's fun. No, it's fun.
No,
I'm
those
like,
aren't
no,
friends.
That's not fun.
No, I don't think that was a joke. Like, I don't
But
think
at
they
the
knew what
same
they were
time,
doing wrong.
She didn't know, because this is something that maybe they did to all of, like, the whole group. So this could mean that the whole group is toxic.
Yeah, toxic groups are also dangerous.
So now, what if I'm the toxic one? How do I have to avoid toxic people too? Or should we just like toxic?
That's a good
Should we just be
question.
like toxic together?
I think, honestly, I'm not a toxic friend. And I don't really have toxic friends or a toxic friend anymore. But I feel like if you are that toxic person and everyone's been telling you that and you know it, you should go and find some other toxic people, because who are you going to have in the end?
I feel like, what?
Like, you won't
But
have anyone else. I don't want you corrupting other people, so it's best you just, I don't know, find each other and go and be yourself separately.
That is horrible.
I don't know, but you know, if that's the case, it might get to a point when you actually realize, like, okay, maybe you should try and help each other. Like, you get to see yourself in the other people because you're all toxic. Do you get what I mean?
I guess that makes sense, but also at the same time, I feel like as a person, if you feel like what I'm doing to this person is not genuine, I don't like this person, just walk away.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you'll find someone you genuinely like and someone who you want to be friends with, someone you support freely, someone you respect. Because you end up being friends with somebody because you're forcing yourself, and then this is where all the toxic drama comes from.
And that's
Yeah.
also a good way to know, like, if you have a real friend or not. If you're forcing yourself to have conversations and to talk, then they're not, like, they could be your friend, but just not as close as you think. Like, if you're forcing yourself to be that person's friend, maybe for popularity issues or just for the sake of doing it or because you feel like you have no one else, finding a real friend can get hard. Like, I wouldn't know because I don't face it myself, but people say it's hard, right? But honestly, if you really try, if you don't try too hard, it's easy. Just be yourself, and someone who's like you, someone who likes the same kind of jokes as you, someone who likes the same kind of stories as you. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but then how do you know? What if you don't know that this person is toxic and they don't like you? How does it affect, like when you find out, how is it going to affect you? Or
I think you should always ask other people for their opinion as well. Like, whenever you feel lost, ask other people who, you don't have to get along with them. They don't have to be friends. It's better if there's someone who's neutral, like just someone you know the name of, like, oh, hi, Sammy, someone like that. Like, you just know them.
yeah, like let's say for instance, me and MJ are friends, and then she comes to you and says something about me, right?
And then I promise, don't tell her.
Don't tell her. And then we're like a friend group. How is this going to affect us as people?
Well, that's the thing about gossiping. Like, if someone's gossiping to you, they're most likely gossiping about you also. Yeah, because a gossip's a gossip. Because I'm not a gossip, right?
Are you sure?
Wait, let me straighten this out. It depends. I don't like gossiping about people, but I do like to know what's going on, but I do not like spreading it on. Like, if I'm listening, I just like to know what's happening. Like, maybe it's something important where I need to help that person. Do you know what I mean? Like, something I could help out. But I usually just talk to my sisters, not about, like, people, but let's say it's an old story that was in the newspaper. I can talk about that with them. Like, let's say it was an incident, like, oh, someone's house was flooded and something was found swimming on the floor. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I can talk to them about something that, like, everyone knows, not something that might be someone's secret or might hurt someone's feelings. And then with gossip, like, another thing people often get confused with is, okay, try. What do people get confused with when it comes to gossip?
If it's actually gossip or it's just talking stories.
Exactly. They always get confused about that. Or if they're saying good things, someone might not want their good things out. Maybe they'll just want to keep everything to themselves.
I feel like just saying things that aren't your business are bad. But also, let's go back to friendship. Let's go back to friendship. Because I feel like...
All right, can I ask something? Let's say I break something of yours, and then I tell you not to tell her, but then you're losing your mind and you're looking for it. What is she supposed to do?
Okay, explain the situation again. I want to see all the possible outcomes.
Okay. I break something of yours, and then I tell you,
I think that's
but
when
then
we come
she's
back
going
to
crazy.
good friends and bad friends. Because if you're a good friend, you're going to be accountable, obviously. You're going to be honest about what you did, your feelings, you know. So if you break something, you telling her, that's toxic. That is straight up toxic. Her not telling me, that's even like number 2, because why aren't you telling
What
me?
if we're closer?
That means just kick me out your group. You don't like me, I'm not your friend. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, that's pretty
Leave me
straight
alone.
up. But like in the event that you're that one friend in a group who's not toxic, like let's say it's me, I'd also try and convince you to tell her. Like, you can tell her, she won't be upset. It's better that you own up than keeping quiet. Like, I'd rather her finding out by your means, not by mine, because that counts as gossip. Like, I'd want you to be able to express what happened.
So you wouldn't say anything?
No, I'd get you to do it, and if you don't after a while, I'd either I don't know, I would like to tell her, but I find a way to do it where it's not toxic. I'll just say, okay, I think you should ask her about your gift, or like whatever was broken.
Okay, but I
I
feel
won't
like
hint at it, but I'll point it out indirectly, if you get what I mean. Like, I want you guys to work it out. I won't want to be involved in your drama. I
but
just
then,
want...
are we friends though?
No, after that, I'd probably leave. Yeah, like, I'd just be like, sorry,
Fake.
guys, I can't do this.
Fake.
As in, you'd leave the
Fake.
friend group, or you stop playing with me because
You leave the friend group.
Leave the
Fake.
friend group. Yeah, I'd
But
leave
she
the
didn't do
friend
anything
group.
wrong though. She's just looking for items.
I don't
Fake.
know, like, it'd just be too much. Too much drama going on.
But isn't friendship supposed to be hard and whatnot, and you guys are supposed to be able to go through everything?
Because with the toxic friendship, as much as it's gonna affect me, my mental health, because obviously these lies, disrespect, my mental health, even the things I'm gonna do now, obviously, because if she can break something and not tell me,
Yeah, that already means something.
that means even when there's something going on that involves me, she's not gonna tell me. If there's something that's good, like a chance to build myself, she's not gonna like give that, she's not gonna tell me about it. That's gonna affect me in different ways, just us being friends. But at the same time, if we are friends, that means we like each other, right? Somewhere we like each other. So should we not build?
I don't know. That's another misconception with friendship, because that toxic friend I had, I told you about.
You said you don't have toxic
No,
friends.
I said I had one and we're done.
What?
It's a one and we're done. No, I had one toxic friend and we're done. So she was like, the more friendship breaks, the stronger it'll get. Like, you know how if you get hurt, right? The skin there is more likely to get stronger, but even if it has a scar. She said friendships like that. It's not. Like, if it keeps on breaking apart and you just keep on rebuilding it, after a while you can't rebuild it. Like, if you break a plate, right? And then you find a way to glue it back together. I don't know what kind of glue you're using. It'd be better to just buy a new plate. Yeah. But you keep on breaking it until, like, all the bits are, like, dust, practically. Or even before that, if they're all within, like, 5 centimeters, you're not going to want to fix that kind of plate. So, you should just get rid of it. Do you get what I mean? You shouldn't just keep on trying to rebuild something that's already
So
gone.
you're saying it's better to just stay away from bad people than to try to fix bad people.
You can't fix a person.
Yeah.
You can do your best. Some people can change. A sentence can change something. Just do what you can. If it's not working, don't stress yourself, because it's probably stressing them as well. If you're trying to fix someone and they don't want to hear it, they're probably like, why's she bothering me up till now about this? Like, they won't like it either.
All right, my question being, right, let's say something happens and then the trust in the friendship gets shaken up. Are you guys going to continue the friendship, or are you going to quit the friendship completely?
You've got so many questions, dog. You've got so
You
many
guys said I should
questions.
talk. I feel weird not saying anything.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I feel like I personally am a person, I like to build. I don't like to love and leave. Once I like you as a friend, and I love you as a friend, I want to keep you forever. I feel like the fact that I liked you at first means there is something about you that's good. Maybe I will not make you my closest friend, but I'll keep you in my little circle. And when you mess up, I'll correct you, because that's friendship, right?
All right, for example, let's say you're like me. I have one friend. I don't have a circle, right? And then something happens, and then the trust gets shaken up. And then you guys try to fix it, and then it happens again. And then it starts becoming a cycle whereby you're like, nah, I can fix her. And then you guys just stay in that toxic
nobody.
state.
You're not Bob the Builder. You're not going to be fixing anybody. You're not fixing. You're just trying to help them be a better person. You're not fixing them. You're just being there with them, Because I don't think anyone chooses to be a bad person. I think sometimes it's the way you're raised.
Yeah, or maybe you're
It's
just
the
like
things you've been through, yeah.
peer
So,
pressure, those kind of things.
people have to be there for you. Maybe not like take your nonsense and be like, oh no, because she went through abuse when she was a child. Nah. But just if you need something and if you're going the wrong way, someone must be there to say, yo, chill.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're gonna end up doing lots of nonsense, and they'll watch you and they'll be like, we saw this coming, but as the friends, you saw it coming and you didn't say anything, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Out here cutting people off, leaving friendships. Nah, don't leave friendships.
No, I think it depends on the level of friendship. Like, why you became friends in the first place, like you said in the beginning. If you became friends, like, that's because you just liked each other. Like, oh, we all like the same kind of things. And it's something that actually matters to you, like, deeply matters to you. You can always try and fix things. If it's trust issues, those can sometimes be fixed. But if it's disrespect and you've told the person more than twice, that can't be fixed. If someone's just naturally disrespectful, you can't fix that. Yeah, exactly.
If it's time to go, it's time to go. Just let go. Don't go like, okay, fine, I'm out of here, block, delete. But just distance yourself enough to keep yourself safe.
Distancing is important also.
Yeah,
so I think it's just about the kind of friends you have, why you're friends in the first place, and what happened. Because, it changes depending on what happened, who you're friends with, why it happened. It gets confusing. That's why we're talking about this in the first place, really.
What's your favorite thing about your friend?
I think it would be the way that she's not nosy. Do you get what I mean? Like, she doesn't want to know all my business. It's like, let's say, like today, right? Today's a Friday. So now after school, I was like, oh, sorry, I can't we're going to watch something together, right? So I said, sorry, I can't do that right now. I have to go somewhere. I have an appointment. And then she was like, okay. And then after 5 minutes, I said it again. I just mixed it in. And she's like, okay, that's fine. And then I said, that's actually what I like about you. You're not nosy. You don't want to know what I'm doing on Friday.
But I feel like as a friend, what if you're going to do something dangerous? It's okay to ask.
Yeah.
Maybe if I ask the first time and you're like, nah, dog, don't, I can't tell you this, then I'll step away. But if I don't ask at all and you're going to make a stupid decision, that's on me as your friend.
No, for me, I'm a good person. My friends know I wouldn't do anything bad. So, yeah. My friends are good. If they don't want me to know what they're doing, I know it's not something where I have to, consider it over and over again. No, they wouldn't go doing bad things. That's
So are you guys close enough if they won't tell you what you're doing? You guys are supposed to be friends. Isn't that the whole point? If you're not going to tell your friends, you're going to tell, not your family.
Well, my family knows, but like I said, it depends what. Today I was coming here. She knows that I do speaking and stuff. She knows I have a busy schedule. So she won't, force herself to know what I'm doing. The same way I won't force myself to know what she's doing. Our friendship is mostly based on schoolwork because we do our homeworks together. Sometimes we do our notes together. We also do art together. Let's see. And we also just talk about, random things, right? So now, if what I'm doing on Saturday isn't concerned those random things, if I don't say anything, then it's not something we have to talk about. Yeah. If I don't want to mention it and you can see that, then it's just something we don't have to talk about. And that's another thing I've noticed about friends, because, a genuine friend is someone who, cares, but they don't have to know everything you're doing. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be a genuine friend, but your life doesn't have to mix in with my life to such an extent.
But I feel, as a person, me, right, I always make sure that my friends are up to date. Because I know people make stupid decisions out there. I make bad decisions. I know it.
Really?
So I need someone to come tell me, why are you nodding like that? Why are you nodding like that? So I need someone to just be like, nah, that's just, don't. Even if I have an argument with somebody, and I'm like, no, am I overreacting? Then I send the screenshot and shot. And then they'll tell me, yeah, you are. Calm down, If I don't do that, if I don't tell them what's going on, then I'm just going to go and lose my head.
Okay. Yeah. I guess some people are like that. And for you?
I do the same thing.
So how do you guys show up for your friends? As good friends, how do you guys, how are you trying to be better friends to your friends? Are you good friends?
I'm good friends with anyone I want to be good friends with.
How do you know that?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, first of all, I'd like to hear your side of the story. I want to be all about me. What happened to me was this. I'm going to do this later. I'll try and incorporate you. Also, depending on the topic. If the topic is about me and my life, then I probably will. It will be a me thing. But if it's a you thing, I'll also listen. If you have a problem, I'll try and listen to that. And then I also make sure that every now and then I also ask my friend if there's anything I did that she didn't like. I actually do ask. Of course, it's quite random though. And for you?
My friend is a bit complicated.
You got one friend and it's complicated. You don't know how you're a good friend to your friend. To your one friend.
I'm a good friend to that friend.
To your one friend.
Let me explain.
You don't know how you're good to your one friend.
Let me explain. So when me and her, before we became friends, there were some things I heard about her. Then I'm like, nah, I don't know this person, but I don't think she'd do that. So then I came and I indirectly asked her. And then she's like, nah, it's lies. Then we became friends. And then there's some certain things that made people think that I was trying to fix because they're not good for her.
So you were trying to fix
I told her though. I told her, and I was like, you know what, there are these things that give people this perception of you. Not that you should care, but then without hurting her feelings. So you can't exactly tell her what the people were saying, which is now I'm confused. Should I tell her what they were saying?
Okay, I feel like you're
that's
gonna
a
give us
good
all your drama
question.
here. I'm trying to give us all the tea here. Nah.
not.
Nah, okay, fine. So basically, how do you know you're being a good friend to her? Like, besides, you know, the thing about it is, there's more to friendship than just telling each other things. There's the other stuff, because there's some people who are affected by like the smallest things.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people, but it depends. Okay,
Depends.
continue.
Okay, yeah. So how do you know now you're being a good friend in different regards? Like, let's say, for instance, her social life, you know, her different friends. How do you know that you're being accommodative enough to help, like, allow her to have other friends? Mimi, you can't have one friend. Anyway,
I don't have one friend. I don't have one friend.
you need to accommodate her also. Like, let her exist, you know, beyond you. Don't.
No, but that's the
ward your
interesting
friend.
thing about it. I have like specific friends at specific areas. So there, right? Before I started, it's at a new school. Before I was at that school, I'd always see her hanging out with that crew, and I'm like, you know, that's good for you. Then as soon as me and her became friends, she literally ditched them. Then I'm like, wait, you're leaving your friends, right? Don't make me seem like I'm pulling you away. Then they're like, no, we were never friends. They just whatted me.
She's toxic. Your friend's toxic. Period. Your friends. How can you go and start talking bad about your old friends? How do you feel about that as a person? Like, okay, fine, you bring that person into your space, and she's bringing all that energy. How do you feel?
Now, what do you mean by talking bad? I didn't say talking bad. I just said
Yeah, we're
she
not really
said they were
friends. The
never
second
really
someone starts
friends.
saying I wasn't friends with my friends, that's toxic.
Yeah,
That is
it kind of sounds
toxic.
like a chameleon kind of thing, but it depends. Maybe
Exactly.
she was forced into being their friends for, I don't know, whatever reasons people cause and face. Most problems honestly are caused by other people, and they need to be fixed by other people. It becomes a whole problem thing. But it depends on what happened. Also, was she saying facts or was she like saying her own opinions? Like, was it like dot to dot, I'm saying exactly what happened, not one-sided, or was it like, I don't like her because this, and she makes me upset because...
Oh no, the two have beef. Like the example I was
they have
bringing
beef.
were not exactly.
Your friend's
So-
toxic. That's all. we
Yeah,
can say at
something's
this
going
point.
on. I don't know if you should sort
Something
it
very
out.
sketchy's happening with your friend. Anyway, so let's say, for instance, now we're bringing in the situation, Yakuti, your friend has, like, okay, fine, you know, at some point you grow up, and at some point you're going to be bad. All of you. You're just going to be bad friends to each other. And it's okay, because that's growth. It's
I
being
really don't want
an
that.
adolescent. Trust me, it's fun. It's
I don't
amazing.
what? Are you
That's
sure
my-
you're not the toxic friend we're
I'm not,
talking
I'm not a
about?
toxic friend. I'm not a toxic
Calling
friend.
me-
I'm not a toxic friend. But listen to me.
I don't
It's-
trust you
It's a
anymore.
rite of passage. You have to go through a phase where you're just doing what you want to do. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go and disrespect your parents and shit. But then all I'm saying is you're going to want to explore life. You're going to want to be more independent, right? And there's going to be these friends who are going to push you to, you know, leave your shell in a good way. So now the question is, how do you tell the good pushing out of your shell and the bad one? Where it's, oh, you know, let's go for movies this weekend with my friend. You know, let's do this, let's do that, let's try out this, let's try out that. Versus sneak out. Let's get drugs. Let's do that. You know, so how now do you... Because sometimes you think, no, it's just the age. I'm just growing up. I have to explore my life, you know? Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you know, like, how do you tell the difference? As a person, as an individual, how will you tell Kuti, this is bad? This is just exploring life.
Well, I think you should have your standards. You should have your values. You should have, like, your points. Like, it's okay to even write this down somewhere. Like, I don't want my friends to. And then you have, like, maybe a list of 1 to 20. Because there are a lot of bad things they could be doing. So, like, let's say, like you said, sneaking out, right? What about all those going to the movies? You could be sneaking out then, too. You shouldn't be roaming around. You could watch movies at home, for starters. Then also, like I said... What? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I prefer watching movies in my bed, to be honest.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, you're young.
So, like, pretty much, I think you should just focus, like, is what they're doing good? Like, is it related to drugs? Is it related to peer pressure? Is it related to those girls who I don't want to see? Is it related to those people who are...
girls do want to see?
Not me, but, like, you know those people you just don't want to be around for certain reasons? Maybe they like to be mean, stuff like that. Is it around people who I know are going to bully me? Just no. Is this going to affect me negatively in any way. And of course, you shouldn't be an overthinker, but you should always think of the possible outcomes. Think of as many as you can. Try to get the good and the bad out of it.
So let's say you happen to find yourself in a situation where your friend is toxic. You know they're toxic.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle it?
Well,
Besides walking away, like let's say it's still at the beginning where you think this person is only toxic now because of what's the situation we're in, the age we're at, the environment. It's not like a on purpose trying to be like. How do you handle that?
Okay, well, do they know that they're being toxic, or do they just think it's normal? Or like, I don't know, like, is it... Okay, so that's just lyrical that I have. I'll try and explain to them. Like, let's say it's the whole manipulation thing, right? I'll try and say, you do realize that you're making me do things for you that I don't want to do. Or maybe I'd be like, do we have to do this? We can try something else. I won't try to also manipulate them, if you get what I mean. I'll try and get them to see both sides. Try to get them to understand that sometimes they are being a little too much, that there are alternatives, not everything has to be violence. And that's another thing. There's actually a difference between anger and aggression. Anger is a good thing, actually. I read a book about it. Anger is actually good. It's not about being angry. Yes, you could describe it as red or something, but it's an energy. The same way happiness can count as an energy, sadness, but let's just put those away for now. Those are more complicated. Anger is more of an energy. Aggression is when you start putting it towards people in a negative way. Like, let's say I started, like, something happens, or you let the food burn, and now I'm angry about that. You're supposed to use the energy of the anger to go and make more food, right? But instead, I'm using aggression to be like, why did you burn the food? Why weren't you in the kitchen? Were you on your phone again? You get what I mean? Exactly. So you need to focus on like everything in that situation.
It's giving, Mom, do you hear this?
Well, I guess what you mean. I get what you mean, but like, you have to try and get everything, and that's also relating back to toxic friends, because some friends don't know that they're being angry. You have to try and explain to them that you have to explain both sides of the coin. If they don't know they're being toxic, explain both sides. If you know they're being toxic, still explain both sides. Get them to try and understand. If that's not still working, you can always try and distance yourself. Distance slowly so that it's not like bad. So it looks like it was a natural thing. I'm not saying you guys had to be bad friends, but try and make it look like it's a natural thing. If you're actually right in the situation and they're in the wrong, make it look like it's okay, and then you move on. Because you don't want to stick around someone who's stressing you. A toxic friendship, right, is just draining.
So, okay, fine. Let's just round it up, and you tell me what you think your friendships are based on, what makes them not toxic, how you maintain the health in these friendships, and anything else you want people to know about how to be a good friend.
Okay, well, first things first, like I said, keep your values. So when it comes to friends, I didn't write this down, but I just happen to think about a lot of stuff. I happen to be a very philosophical person randomly. Like, some of the things I think about, they don't even make sense. You shouldn't be bothered by that. Okay, so one of my values when it comes to friends is that a genuine friend is someone who genuinely cares. A bad friend is someone who genuinely hates you. Do you get what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that, not all bad friends, like, a bad friend who doesn't like you, they genuinely don't like you. And then there's also the fact that not all friends have to be forever. Some can be those temporary friends who come randomly to ask if you're okay, and then they go back to their business. I'm one of those people. I just like to make sure that everyone in my class is okay. Like, I remember this one time, right? It was, I think, a Friday before the holidays. And then I decided to go around my class, right, and say, would you like a handshake? Because you never know. This is when I say I think too much about things. Anything could happen. They're those crazy drivers. You could get hit by a car during the holiday on the way somewhere. So just in case any one of us are going, let's just have had a good farewell.
Your face is like, what?
No, it's important to check on people. It's important to check on people.
No, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so just check on people, be there for them, even if you don't actually like them. And then there's also the fact that, like, there are different kinds of toxic friends. Not all of them have to do that. Like, some can be there when you're sad, and then they'll go when you're happy. And some can be gone when you're sad, and then they'll be there when you're happy. Do you get what I mean?
Wait, but can I ask a question?
That's your conclusion, please.
Okay, the same way you said kuti. Should I speak first like that?
No, man.
Okay, sorry. All right. The same way you said that when you check on someone, not because you like them, but just because it's the right thing to do. Let's say your friend does something for you, not because they like you, but because it's the friendly thing to do, and they actually don't like you. Does that mean they're a good friend, or they're just doing it because it's the friend-like thing to do?
I think it's the right person kind of thing. Like, you're a good person kind of thing. Like, you care even if you don't have to. Yeah. You don't have to be a friend to be nice to someone. Like, everyone should be friends, but that's not how life is. Not everyone likes you. Not everyone likes you that much. Some people like you a lot. You have to balance it out. You have to make sure that in whatever the case is, be nice to someone if you can. And also, this is another important thing, specifically to someone who I know. I'm not sure if you know I'm talking about you, but I'm talking about you. It's always polite to act like you like someone, okay? Always just, if you're in public and you don't like someone, they don't need to know. No one cares that much. Just pretend like you care, okay? As long as, do you get what I mean? There's no need to be mean to someone. No one cares about your anger issues.
I think she gets it. I think she gets it.
Please change.
Right?
For all of us.
Yes, please do, because what you're doing is affecting everyone. Not me as a problem, because I don't care that much about, like, if someone is rude, I don't care that much. I have my own life to live. But if you can, why bother going out of your way to tell someone something?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it.
My conclusion is be friends with someone for the right reasons.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all I have to say is that friendship is important. It's going to help us grow, going to push us do some things, good things, but also we need to understand who are good friends and who are bad friends. You know, we should look at our friends and make sure that we're not being influenced with bad things or stupid decisions just because of friendship. I'm a good friend because I'm out here telling you guys to use pads.
And
these are called Purely pads. There's like 3 in this packet, but they're huge, which means they're good for overnight use. They're good for first periods. They're good for what are they called? You know when people were pregnant give birth and then they just stop bleeding. Yeah. Even these ones.
Period panties.
They're like exactly. They like cover the whole thing, like the whole area.
For those that like
there's no way you can
can't
have your white
properly
sheets
position
on.
it nicely.
You can have your white sheets and have your pad on, because you know how on your period you're like, I have to use like brown sheets, or you can have your white sheets and still be comfortable. So make the right choice and choose Pure Lily. Yeah.
And panties.
And we have the same one.
Yeah, but panties. They don't have exposure. I didn't even know this existed.
You didn't know? I know, right? When I saw the film, I'm like, what?
I'm saying.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, guys, so I think we had a good episode, right?
Yeah.
And just remember, like I said, read books. Even the Bible speaks about good friendship. Proverbs 27, verse 9 to be specific. Go and read it yourself. Find out what it has to say. Yeah, just do your best. Remember, the Bible helps a lot. Always sit down, focus on what you can. And I think that's the conclusion. Just stay true to yourself. Don't let your friends define you.
Yeah, watch out for toxic friends.
And watch out for those who are trying to help as well.
Exactly.
Take it in properly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. This is another episode of Gen Z Mic'd Up, and we'll see you in the next episode.